Hello, everybody. Today we're going to do a life skills and values lesson. Now, we know that our life skills and values are all about the things that help us do good skills, good healthy skills in life. So it might be things like keeping our bodies healthy, our teeth clean, being safe, being well looked after, and keeping our brains and our minds happy and healthy. All those things are really, really important. So, one of the things we're going to be thinking about today is something that your grown ups told us is really important for you at home. And one of the things the grown ups said to us that we'd really like a bit of help with is that tricky thing about going to sleep at night. Now, if you think about it, I'm sure there's a few of you that sometimes aren't that great at going to bed when you're told. And it is tricky. It is tricky. Going to bed and going to sleep can sometimes be a bit tricky, especially when you're your age. So, we're going to look today a little bit about sleep, why we sleep, why sleep is important, and the things that can make it tricky because everyone has trouble sleeping sometimes. Sometimes we can't fall asleep. Sometimes something goes wrong that makes it a bit harder. Sometimes we're not relaxed enough. So, we're going to start today by thinking about you and your sleep. So before we do any learning at all, I want you to think about your experience because everybody's sleep experience is a little bit different. So on a piece of paper today, I'd like you to write or draw or a bit of both, bit of writing, bit of and drawing, thinking about what you know about sleep. Why do people ask you to go to sleep at bedtime? Why don't they say stay awake all the time? It doesn't matter. You don't need to sleep. Why do people tell you you do need to go to sleep? How do you feel about going to sleep? How do you feel about bedtimes? What do you think about it? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? Not bothered? If it is good, why is it good? If it's not good, why is it not good for you? How do you feel about going to sleep? What is the difficulties or the things that are easy or nice about it? And what things make it hard for you to sleep? Now, everybody finds different things about going to sleep hard. And like I say, everybody has days where falling asleep is a bit tricky. But what can make it tricky for you to sleep? Think about when you're trying to go to sleep or you know it's bedtime. What days is it a bit harder maybe to get to sleep? And why? What's happened that might make it tricky for you? And then what makes it easy to sleep? What days are really good days when you're told to go to bed? You think, yeah, do you know what? I can't wait to get into bed and go to sleep today. What makes it a good day? What makes it easy to fall asleep? What is good about when you go to sleep? So, what do you spend some time drawing and writing ideas about sleep? So, what you think about going to sleep, how you feel about bedtimes and going to sleep. What do you feel when things are hard? What's hard? Why is it sometimes hard to go to sleep? And what do you feel about when it's good, when sleep is good and you can go to sleep really easily? You might want to pause the video now and do that now because you can talk to your grown up about sleeping and bedtimes and what works for you and what doesn't work for you. This is the perfect time in your house to have a conversation about how can we make bedtimes a bit better. And then we're going to do a bit of learning about bedtimes, learning about why we sleep and what makes a good start to going to sleep and what makes a not such good start to going to sleep. So you can pause me now and do it now, or you can continue the lesson and come back to this afterwards. Okay, so why is sleep important? What is important about sleep? When it's bedtime, if you say, oh, I don't want to, I don't feel tired, I bet your grown up said to you, you have to go to sleep. It's important. But why? Why is sleep good for us? I wonder. Anyone know? Okay, I can hear some good ideas coming out about why sleep is important. Why grown ups said to you, you do have to go to sleep. It is important. Fantastic. That's right. So, there are loads of good things about going to sleep. I, for one, know that if I don't get enough sleep, I really struggle the next day. I can be a bit grumpy in that blue zone, all because I didn't have enough sleep. I find it hard to concentrate on what I'm doing. If I'm trying to do teaching and I think, oh, I don't remember what I just said or where I put that because my brain has not had enough time to sleep and grow better. Also, if you're a bit poorly or under the weather, your body heals. It gets better at night time. It's so, so clever. So while you're resting, your body is able to mend itself. Really, really good. your brain also processes, thinks about what's happened out the day and sorts it out. So if you've been learning in school, there's some science that proves that when you go to sleep, your brain is still working that all out so that when you wake up in the morning, you're even better at what you learned the day before. That's crazy, isn't it? Well, anyway, I found this really good video with a scientist telling us all about why it is important to sleep. So I'm going to share it with you now. And I hope that you'll enjoy watching it. So here it is. Why do we need to sleep? Let's find out.
Oh, hey there. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of tired today because I didn't get enough sleep last night. Aw, thanks, Squeaks, but I think I'll be all right. You probably already know that sleep is really important and that we need to get plenty of it. Doctors think that most kids need to get about 10 to 12 hours of sleep every day. But sometimes it's hard to go to bed when you're supposed to, especially if you don't feel tired. That's why it helps to know what's going on while you're snoozing away at night and why sleep is so important. Think about all the things you do during the day. You probably spend a lot of your day playing or maybe going places like to school or to the store. All those activities and anything else you do take energy. Your body still uses energy when you sleep, but it uses less of it. Since your body uses less energy when you sleep, it has a chance to save some of that energy for later. So you feel good when you wake up the next morning and you're ready to take on another day. Sleep also gives your body a chance to focus energy on things that keep you healthy. For example, your body uses energy to heal and to grow while you sleep. Sleep also gives your body a chance to use energy to fight off the germs that can make you sick. So sleep is really important for your whole body. But there's one special part of your body that really needs sleep. Your brain. Sleep not only gives your body a rest, it gives your brain a rest too. Your brain is super busy during the day. It works really hard to make sense of all the things you see, smell, and hear. It makes sure that all the parts of your body are working together. It helps you make decisions, and it helps you learn new things. And those are just some of your brain's jobs. Your brain doesn't stop working when you sleep, but it does have a chance to slow down for a bit and to kind of figure things out. While you sleep, your brain organizes the things you learned about during the day to help you remember them for later. Your brain also sorts out your feelings while you sleep. Scientists have also found out that your brain needs sleep to help you concentrate so you can be better at solving problems at home and at school. Wow, there is a lot going on while you sleep, even if you don't remember it when you wake up. There is so much going on, in fact, that your body usually makes you feel pretty terrible when you don't get enough sleep. Too little sleep can make you feel tired, and it can make it harder for you to concentrate and solve problems. And since your brain helps sort out your feelings while you're sleeping, you can also feel cranky or crabby when you don't get enough sleep. So what can we do to make sure we get enough sleep? First, doctors and other sleep experts say you should have a sleep routine. That means we should try and do the same things every night before we go to bed. A sleep routine helps your body realize that it's time to go to sleep. A good routine might include reading a story, having a bath, or maybe listening to some soft music. It should also mean going to bed at about the same time every night and getting up about the same time every morning. That's one of the reasons it's important to have a bedtime. One thing that shouldn't be part of your sleep routine is watching TV or using a tablet or phone. That's because the special light from their screens can send a signal to your body that it's daytime, even when it's really time for bed. So now you know why it's so important to get a good night's sleep. I think I'm gonna go take a nap. Thanks for joining us on SciShow Kids. If you'd like to keep...
Okay, so lots of good reasons to get some sleep. We want those brains to grow. We want to be healthy and strong. We want to be happy. Really, really important. So sleep is important even when you don't feel like it. And just like they started talking about in the video, the thing is we need to do the right things to help us get to sleep. So I'm going to tell you a story now. This is called Mia's story. And I want you to have a think about, is she having a good night's sleep, a bad night's sleep, and why? What's going on for her? So this is called Mia's story. Mia had a busy day with schoolwork, shopping, and playing at the park. After tea, she played some silly games with her mum. This made them both laugh a lot. At bedtime, Mia is sleepy, so she goes to bed and she watches some funny videos on her tablet. Her mum comes in and says she must turn her tablet off. Then her mum says, Good night, sweet dreams. But then, all of a sudden, Mia can't sleep. And she's lost her best cuddly toy that helps her fall asleep. Lots of things are keeping her awake. She can hear the grown-ups talking. The dark makes her bedroom look a bit scary. Tomorrow, she goes to the childminder and she knows she's going to miss her mum a bit. Mia doesn't like to be alone in her room. Her legs feel a bit jumpy and she's got a bit of a tummy ache. Mia, she gets out of bed and goes to see her mum. Her mum says, you must go back to bed and fall asleep or you're going to be tired and grumpy tomorrow. Mia, she goes back to bed, but she still can't sleep. Bit tricky, that story, isn't it? Oh, we've all had nights like it. I've done it. You just can't get to sleep. So I want us to have a think about this story. I want us to think about why Mia might be struggling to sleep. What is going wrong for her? You might want to pause me and have a chat with your grown-up. But have a think. What things are tricky about her going to sleep? And I've got here a little spider diagram, things in the story that keeps Mia awake. You can write them down, you can have a chat about them, but I want you to think about a few things that might keep Mia awake. That's right, she's a bit worried, isn't she? She's feeling a bit sad and a bit worried. She's worried about the dark, that's making her feel a bit funny. She's not sure about going to the childminder. She knows it'll be fine. She knows mummy will come and get her, but she knows that she'll probably miss her mummy a little bit. She can hear those grown-ups being too noisy downstairs, having a loud chat, and that's not helping her go to sleep. She's lost her favourite cuddly. Do you have a favourite cuddly you go to bed with? Yeah, a bit tricky if you know that that's your cuddly that helps you go to sleep and suddenly she can't find it. There's a few things before she went to bed that maybe didn't help. They talked about it actually a bit in our science video. Sounds like she had quite a busy time before she went to bed. She played lots of silly games. She laughed a lot. She was quite excited, and that is fun. But our bodies need to relax before we go to bed. And those things, when we're all excited like this in the yellow zone, a bit silly, that's not going to help us get into that ready to sleep zone. She also had her tablet on, and actually they talked about it a bit in our video. Tablets and watching the television and things like that, they have that special light, and that light tells our brains and our bodies it's awake time, it's time to be awake, not it's time to go to sleep. So that might not have helped her either. You might have talked to your grown-ups about some of those things at your house that make it a bit tricky for you. It is difficult when we can't sleep, so it's really good to have a look at some solutions to ways to solve the problems. But I think one of the things Mia could definitely do in her house is she could have some time to relax, because we know that relaxing before we go to sleep really helps us. It might be what they talked about in the video, having a nice bath, being nice and clean and warm and cozy, getting wrapped up in your towel. I love reading. I love a story before bedtime. And it's so nice as well if you can have a cuddle with somebody and cuddle up in a lovely story before bed. That's always nice. They talked about in the video about some calm music. Now, there's some music that will get us all excited. We'll be in the green zone. We might get a bit in the yellow zone. That's not the music to listen to before bedtime. But some people like some calm music to help them just get into a sleepy time. So I've sent your grown-ups and you some different things that you can sort out. And I want you to sort them out into 3 different groups. Things that are really good to rest and relax before bed. Things that it might be fun to do them, but actually they don't make us feel rested and relaxed before bed. And those things that actually you're not sure about. Do they make you feel rested and relaxed or not? And it'd be really good if you can spend some time with your grown-ups sorting them out and talking about them. And it might help you come up with some ideas about things that you could do to rest and relax before bed, and some other things that maybe you like doing, but actually they need to be for a different time, not just before bedtime. We're going to do a couple of lessons about having a good night's sleep. So this is just the first part. But the first part really is to talk about why sleep is important, even when we don't feel like it, and about that relaxation, that rest time before bed. So maybe think about some of the things that you can try in your house that would help everybody get relaxed and ready to sleep. Because sleep is so, so important. It does so many good things for your body. So I hope you have a good day talking about things that you can try before sleep. Maybe you come up with an action plan, a little routine you could try tonight before bed and see if that helps you. See if that means you go to sleep a bit easier. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. And I hope it gives everybody in your house a chance to have a calm and relaxing, restful evening and a good night's sleep. Take care and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.